And Nick, how's it feel to be back playing in front of a full crowd at Wimbledon?
Yeah, super excited. Obviously, been playing some really good tennis on the grass and feeling good, mentally feeling ready, and just excited to be here. Obviously, another Grand Slam, never going to take it for granted. When I was young, never thought I'd play almost 30 plus Grand Slams. So, super proud to be here again, and it's a special energy here, of course.
Right.
Nick, you pulled out of Halle with the
Mallorca.
injury. So how do you? Mallorca. Sorry. How do you feel now? And do you feel you've the number of matches you've had on grass, the 9 matches, that's standing you in good stead?
Definitely. Obviously, from a load standpoint, I played a lot of tennis. And I don't think anyone kind of expected that. Obviously, having just probably the only player that's going to have like a 2-month break in the middle of the year and then come back for the grass. And I played a lot of matches, had some great results, beaten some really good players, and I'm just happy where my level's at. And I think I've had probably some of the best preparation I've had for a while on the grass. And yeah, load-wise, I'm happy with the amount of tennis I played. Obviously, Mallorca had to pull out because the body was, I could feel it getting a bit tired. And there's no ranking points this week, but it's still a week that I wanted to, have highlighted and, put all my focus into. So.
James?
Gray, iNews. Nick, obviously you had that break after the American swing between April and June. Can you talk a bit about how important it was to have a bit of downtime there, to have the chance to spend time with friends and family, and how important that sort of element of your schedule is to you at the moment?
Yeah, that's who I am in my, I don't want to be a type of player that's going to play all year long. And I think, living from Australia, I've said it so many times, just so hard to find the balance between spending time with your family, friends, having that kind of normal lifestyle. I don't want to be spending 7-8 months on the road anymore. I just don't want to be doing that. It's not something that I really care about. And rankings and all that, it's not something I chase. I've played, top 10 players in the world this year and made them look pretty ordinary. So, look, I know where my game's at. I know if I'm feeling confident, I'm playing well, I'm able to just light it up kind of whenever I want. But I just got to pick and choose. I don't play that often, so when I play now, I've got to make sure I'm having some good results and putting in my best effort. If I'd figured that out earlier in my career, maybe the narrative may have been different. But I'm proud to be where I'm at the moment.
Courtney Walsh, Code Sports. Nick, with all the Aussies getting through and some blokes at like 15, I think we've got here in general, how does that help you in terms of some of your close mates are here as well and they've qualified and got through? How does that help you over the fortnight? Do you relax into it, or is it a boost to see them going well like that?
I've known that they're all capable of doing that. You look at Thanasi, Thompson, Millman, Demonar, Duckworth, they're all capable of playing at top 50 level. I've grown up and seen it, and I almost believe in them more than they believe in themselves at times. I feel like when I practice with them, or I practiced with Tomo yesterday, and we have such a high level practice. He's playing, I believe, like top 20, top 25 tennis on the grass, and then I want to see them kind of break through. I think that they're capable of that. So I wouldn't say it gives me confidence, but at the same time, I know what they're capable of. Like, if I had to play one of them, I played Tomo here and I wasn't happy about it. We had a 5-set match. I know what they're capable of, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of them had a breakthrough week. They just got to believe. As I said, if they had a bit more belief, who knows how far they'd go.
Nick, Sebastian Varela, Clay. If people go crazy with an underarm serve, how would you imagine that they would react, the tennis world would react if you win a Grand Slam?
They would still say something negative. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'm just going about my stuff day by day, trying to be positive.
Howard?
Nick, Howard Fendrich with the Associated Press. Want to ask you about 2 things strongly associated with Wimbledon and get your thoughts on them. One is center court. I'm wondering if you remember the first time you ever saw it, maybe went in to watch a match, or whatever the case might have been, what your impressions were of center court. And the other is the requirement to have all white clothing, and I'm wondering what you think of that, if you have an opinion on that tradition here?
The first time, I wasn't the type of player to watch much tennis when I was really young, but the first time I stepped out on it was obviously when I played Rafa here, 2014, 2015, not sure. Obviously, I have good memories of that court. I played on it again. Yeah, it's an amazing court, special energy about it, and obviously when you're about to walk out there, you think about all the past champions and the history of every kind of tennis player, their problems, their struggles to get to that moment. It's a pretty special court. So many different personalities have stepped out there and achieved some amazing things. But as for the clothes, I always want to wear all black, obviously. But, it's just, I don't think it's something that's going to change. But, I don't know, I think it'd be cool to, allow, a black headband or a black sweatband. I think it would look cool, but obviously Wimbledon doesn't really care what looks cool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that'll ever change.
Nick Willie from ESPN. What are your thoughts on Wimbledon's decision to ban the Russian and Belarusian players, and then the tours to take away the ranking points?
My honest opinion, I don't think it was a good idea to ban the Russian players to play. I think Medvedev is the best we have in our sport right now. And you look at some of their other players, Rublev, Kachanov, they're important young players for our sport to continue to grow. I think whenever we have, cameras on and a lot of people tuning in, you want our best players to be on showcase, for the sport to grow. So me personally, as a competitor and someone that wants them, want to go up against them, I'm disappointed that they're not here. It's weird. It's not saying Medvedev here because, we all know what he's capable of. But look, it's done now. I'm sure that they're going to be tuning in and watching and wishing they were here. They wanted to play and they just want to be a part of it. And I'm disappointed they're not here. But as for the ranking points, I don't really know. I just think it's strange that, I don't know. I don't particularly play any tournament for ranking points, probably for not asking the right person. But I think, as a kid, when I watched Wimbledon or when I wanted to play it, I wasn't thinking about ranking points. I was thinking about playing in the most prestigious tournament in the world. That's all I'm here for. When I'm, there's people that are, I'm not going to play Wimbledon because of ranking points. I'm going to go play a challenger that week. Like when I'm sitting with my kids in the future, I'm not going to be proud to say I played a challenger instead of Wimbledon, So I'll choose to play Wimbledon every day of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nick, just coming back on what you were saying about good performances against top 10 players, do you feel like you can beat literally anybody in the draw on your day? And just following up to that, what's the key to maybe that and then doing it over the 7 matches in a slam?
Good sleep, good rest. I think that's one. Make sure your body's in good nick. But for me, if I know, I just know if I'm serving well and I'm playing well, I can beat anyone. I have pretty much beaten everyone in the draw before. But yeah, it's hard. It's like not many people have gotten over the hump of winning a slam, and I'm one of the people that has to deal with that every week. Like, oh, he's, probably one of the biggest wastes of talent. Like, he should be winning slams. Like, not many people have actually gotten over that hump in singles. So, it's obviously something that I want to get over and hopefully one day. But I know from a confidence standpoint, I'm never low on that. But it's just, I've had some good runs here at Wimbledon and at the Australian Open, and I've always run into someone that's pretty much in their prime. I played Murray here in the 4th round when he won the final 4-4 and 4. He was in his prime. My draw was ridiculously tough to get there. I think honestly the best chance I've ever had to win a slam was in 2015 when I made the quarterfinals. I had Raonic in the quarterfinals up a set and a break, and that's as close as I've been. So hopefully, just I think I need to focus on the earlier rounds, make sure I get it done as quick as possible. But that's I'm not even thinking about winning it or anything at the moment. I'm just, I got another couple of days to just practice and feel good, and then we'll see what happens.
Neil McLennan from the Daily Mirror. Just wondering how much you know about your first round opponent, Paul Jubb, and his story and everything. Also, you being back at a Grand Slam, first time in Australia, you had so much fun playing in the doubles there. Will you try and bring that same sort of feeling to here, or is it different for the singles at Wimbledon? How are you going to approach it?
I think pretty much wherever I play, the crowd knows that I'm going to try and bring a lot of energy and bring a lot of flair and entertainment. I think that's just something I come with now. I can't really get rid of that. It's just something I want to do as well. That's my opponent. I feel like I can put myself in his shoes very well. I was once that kid that got a wild card into the Australian Open and felt really good to just be around, soak it all in, the media, the fans, everything, the hype. I know how he's going to be feeling. He's going to go out there and he's going to just play freely, nothing to lose. And, being in that position, I loved it. I was an underdog every time I walked out there. I had no pressure. So I know it's going to be a dangerous match. It's not always easy to be the favourite, just sweep aside someone. Never. I've had matches like that and it hasn't gone well. So I know that I just got to ride the waves emotionally out there because the crowd's obviously going to be behind the local, and I'm used to wearing that kind of black hat, the villain type role, so I'm going to embrace it, and I'm just going to go out there and play the game. If you look at the results I've had the last couple of weeks, if I just stick to my guns, the results say I should win pretty easy, but I know it's not going to be the case, so I got to be focused.
Hey Nick, Tony Jones from Channel 9. Just getting back to the question about the doubles, we spoke with Thanasi a couple of days ago, who was quite confident of being able to recreate that energy that you generated at Kia Arena in January, including the shoeies. He's urging the crowd to do that. Is Wimbledon ready for that type of the shoey?
Look, I don't think I've met a place where so much alcohol has been consumed before in Great Britain, so I think they will be ready, but I just don't know if it's the right setting. But look, you never know. Look, all my focus is in the singles at the moment. There's so much. It's not easy being me every day. Social media and all this expectation, and trying to make sure I feel good for my hour practice with everything going on. It's exhausting. So I don't know if I'm going to put any sort of focus into my doubles yet. I'm just really trying to get my preparations right and feel good about myself and be positive about my singles, and whatever happens there. And for doubles, we'll obviously have fun, but I'm not focused on that right now.
Take two more, Caribbean.
Hi Nick, Cardine, BBC Scotland. We spoke to Andy yesterday. He referenced his recent match against you as one that he was kind of particularly proud of recently, especially the first set. First of all, as his friend, I guess you're glad to see him back here at his home slam and stuff. But as a pro player, what's coming back at you from Andy Murray right now across the other side of the net? Where's his level?
I think he's one of the most dangerous players on grass still. I definitely think the way he can handle speed, return, compete, slice, volley, as long as his body is feeling well, I don't want to see him on the grass at all. I'm playing unbelievable tennis at the moment, and that first set was as good as level as anyone can produce on the grass. So I know what he's capable of, and yeah, I hope he's feeling good because he's obviously able to do damage on the grass. I think anyway, he's still, his ranking's around 50. It's not easy to be 50 in the world. No one in this room has been 50 apart from Todd Woodbridge, I think. I saw him look up. But, he's good. Is that enough? You want me to give him more? Or?
You guys still close, yeah?
What's that?
You guys still close, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, he beat me in Stuttgart, and then he sent me a message of us on the roller coaster. So, I don't know, I think that means we're pretty close.
Last question.
Joseph Regal, tennis head. Nick, you've had some amazing experiences here, from defeating Nadal in 2014 to playing the mixed alongside a legend like Venus Williams. I was wondering, how come you've never played the men's doubles here before, and how excited are you to enjoy that brand new experience with your best mate, Thanasi?
To be honest, I'm not really looking forward to playing best of 5 set doubles. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. To be brutally honest, I don't know why it's best of 5 sets. No one wants to play best of 5 sets doubles. No one wants to watch best of 5 sets doubles. So I'm excited, but I'm also dreading the fact that if it's 1 set all, I'm going to have to be playing 3 more sets of doubles. So I don't know. That's why I haven't played it before. It doesn't make sense because I've always gone pretty well here in singles, so I'm not going to, on my off day, play potentially 5 sets of doubles. Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap up there. Thank you very
Perfect.
much.